Hello everyone and good afternoon from Brisbane. It's just started to rain and I have settled in and called the Huskies in so that they don't make a racket while I record this little video for you. Today I'm talking about jurisdiction. It comes up a lot in my work and for my clients because it just about appears in every contract, terms and conditions, or a legal document that I draft or prepare or review or audit. Now, a lot of people don't understand what jurisdiction actually means. So jurisdiction applies to the reach of the law in which your business operates. So it's the power or the reach of whatever laws that are operating in the area where you're doing business. So how we link this to your business. So when you have a business, you are registered in a certain state, in a certain country. So for example, in Australia, your business would be registered in the state that you live in. That's where it's linked to your ABN because you need to give an address for your ABN. So wherever it is that you're operating your business, that is the laws of that area is what applies to your business. So that is known as the jurisdiction of the business, jurisdiction that applies to your business. Why is this important to you, and why should you know what your jurisdiction is, or why it's important that you know where it's located? And the laws of your jurisdiction is because when there's a dispute or when you are looking for clarity in how to proceed with a certain type of a process, whether it's for government or a contractual process, you look at the laws which operate in your jurisdiction, and they are the laws that will apply. However, if someone doesn't agree to that, then quite possibly it is the laws of the other party's jurisdiction that may apply, which presents a problem if you are in fact doing business with people who are in another state, another country, overseas, if they're not in the same jurisdiction as you, which is why when you have website policies, website terms of use, you need to state the jurisdiction in which any disputes or issues are to be resolved. So you would say if you're in Queensland and your business is registered in Queensland, you would state very clearly that the jurisdiction of this agreement is Queensland, and it's the laws of Queensland, Australia that apply. So you would look, it's very important for you to know where it is that you operate, which laws apply, the jurisdiction or the reach of the law. So in your documentation, in your terms and conditions, it's super important to be very upfront and clear and to state where it is that you want to resolve a dispute. So essentially, the determines where a dispute will be resolved. So if an agreement is silent as to jurisdiction, it's been left out, you haven't addressed it, then you have a contract or someone has agreed to work with you, and there is no documentation, and they happen to be in another state, in another country. You're in Australia, they're in the UK, or you're in Australia and they may be in New Zealand. Then if there is no agreement as to which jurisdiction or the laws of which jurisdiction applies, then if someone has a dispute against your business that's located in a jurisdiction other than yours, they can ask to have that issue or problem resolved in their own jurisdiction, which means that you are likely to bear unnecessary cost and expense to travel to that other place to have your matter resolved. So the notion of jurisdiction is really important. Understand where it is your business is registered. Understand that you need to state the jurisdiction that applies, i.e. where it is that you're operating. And you also need to take one step further and to understand the consumer laws or any special laws that relate to your business, that you understand those and that they are reflected correctly in the drafting of your contracts and your business terms and conditions. They are all linked together. Jurisdiction does not appear in these documents just for the sake of, you know, filling in a few lines. There's a very good reason why that notion of jurisdiction and stating what it is, where it is, and that issues and disputes need to be resolved. Even mediation needs to be held within the jurisdiction that is stated in the document, whether it's your website terms of use, whether it's your privacy policy, whether it's your business terms and conditions, your client agreement, your non-disclosure agreement, your independent contractors agreement, whatever it is. It's very important, even more so in this day and age, because we do so much work online and we are interacting with people around the world sometimes, not to mention, you know, it's very normal for us as solo business operators and owners to have clients, very few clients in your own neighborhood, but a multitude of clients in a state across the country. So be mindful of that. Look at your documentation, see what it says about jurisdiction. Is it clear? Do you understand what it means? And if you need to know a little bit more about it, then I invite you to book in a time with me to have a chat about your jurisdiction, how it is stated in your documentation, whether you in fact understand any particular laws or regulations of your jurisdiction. So when I draft for someone that is outside my own jurisdiction, I do a lot of research about what the law in that jurisdiction requires, and to make sure that, you know, that the business actually complies with the laws of the jurisdiction that they're operating in. So just covering all that for you today. I have no idea what I'll be talking about next week, but I shall see you then. Have a great week. Any questions, or if you have something to say you'd like to get back to me, the link is in the comments and I would love to hear from you. So bye for now.